I'm going to mix up the Freehand. I've noticed online a lot of people are having trouble with this. It doesn't come with a scoop. So I'm going to use one of my leftover scoops from another lightener. And I normally measure everything in ounces, but today I'm going to measure grams just because of the 1 to 1.5. So you have to measure this lightener on a scale. You can't use a scoop. That's why they purposely don't give you one. So once I mix up as much as I need, I'm going to go to 2 grams of powder. Or 20 grams of powder, not 2. Now, I like to, for math purposes, because 1.5 is kind of an odd one, I go ahead and zero it out. And if I'm doing 20 grams, 1.5 of those is going to be 30. So I need 30 grams of my 40 volume. And when I pour it, I try to cover the surface area of the lightener. I don't know how good we'll get in a video of this. And then once I get to 30, I stop. Now, mixing is where it gets tricky as well. You want to use your whisk. If you don't have one, Redken makes them, some other brands make them. Get a whisk. It's really going to help you. And you want to be very slow at first. And it's going to look like you don't have enough developer. Just keep mixing. It's very powdery, so you kind of want to go slow. If you've ever made homemade icing with powdered sugar and stuff, you'll know the struggle. As you see, it's starting to clump a little bit. And we're just going to keep mixing and mixing. And it seems like we need to add more developer. Now remember, Freehand's only 6 levels of lift instead of like our flash lift that's up to 8 levels of lift. So mixing this to an improper ratio is really going to make it very hard to get any lift. And I see online that seems to be what people are having the most problems with, is getting their lift out of their Freehand. And they're getting really frustrated. And I think it's because they're really just, their mixing ratios are off. Now look at that. After you do it, there's that clay formula we want to see. And you can see how long it took to get there. And once it actually all starts to mix together, how much nicer it is. And that's going to be the perfect consistency for a bunch of balayage.